Guests tonight are some of our absolute favourites. They reunited right here on The Late Late Show, and they've just announced a massive US tour. Please welcome Nick, Joe and Kevin. It's the Jonas Brothers! Look at you!
Home sweet home.
How are you doing?
Good.
How are you? It's so nice to see. Does this studio hold a special place in your hearts, given that this is where you sort of told the world that you were getting back together?
It's perfect, because now we're breaking up again, so it's the perfect place for it. And we chose your show to announce it.
Okay, wow. Wow, this is really taking a turn.
Yeah, we spoke to you about getting back together early on, and the incredible team here helped us put together this big surprise, and it was a dream come true.
Yeah, it is kind of amazing, I think, how sort of nonplussed and cool everyone is with you being here, given how often you've been here. Like, people will just be like, oh, you know, hey, Joe. And I'll be like, Pete, that's a little familiar. He's like, me and Joe, we go way back. Fins up, baby.
Joe, oat latte again?
Yeah. Now, Nick, how are you feeling? You cracked a rib.
I did.
Was it last week? Are you in a bike accident, right? How are you doing?
It was about a week and a half ago, I think 10-ish days. I'm feeling amazing. I'm surprised at how good I feel. And, you know, right after it happened, I had to be okay, because I was doing The Voice and a couple other things. And it just somehow healed up pretty fast. But basically, we were shooting this thing, and we had a bit of a tumble on the bike, and I landed pretty hard. And it was brutal.
And Kevin also ran into you as well.
Yeah, he did. I got it.
You ran into...
I may have also helped in the injury.
Right.
Yeah. We haven't seen the footage yet, so we're not so sure if Joe just didn't, like, you know, kick us on the side just to make sure, but...
I don't believe Joe would do that. I don't. I don't believe that at all. But answer me this, Nick. When you're in pain, on the ground, you're on the road, which brother do you call for? Who do you want to come in that moment?
Well, this was the thing, is it was a real test of a lot of things. Trust, I think, is the biggest theme. But basically, I was there, and the medics were kind of attending to me. I was about to be put on the gurney to get in the ambulance. And obviously, I had to call Priyanka, my wife, to say, you know, this has happened. But I wasn't really in a spot where I could talk to her, because they were doing all the things they were doing. And so it was a choice between Joe and Kevin.
Who you give your phone to?
Who you give your phone to call your wife in a time of crisis. And I gave it to Kevin.
It's kind of telling.
Wow.
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 And I felt a change, which I wanted to discuss on the show today. Let's just air it out.
Well, let's open this up. Let's open this up in the group. Let's see.
I was really calm and collected. I think it has something to do with being a father, seeing children fall all the time.
Sure.
You know?
I love how he's equated my rib breaking and the whole thing to just me falling. Just kids falling.
Well, they fall on their bikes. It's a big deal in the moment, but it's like if you get freaked out, then they get more freaked out. So I tried to stay extremely calm.
And you told Nick, just walk it off.
Right.
You'll be fine.
And I have the same emotional maturity as his 5-year-old. So I would.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think there is a massive thing that happens in life, which is the moment that it goes from someone fell over to someone had a fall.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? Once you've had a fall, you know you're old.
Yeah.
You know? Like, no one ever... I never call my wife and go, oh, Max has had a fall. But if my sister called me and said, Mum's had a fall, she wouldn't go, Mum's fell over. She's had a fall.
She's had a fall.
And I actually think that's the moment when old age starts.
That's
If
a really
I fell
good
over,
indicator.
would people say I've had a fall or fallen over? And if you ask yourself that on January 1st, every year, you'll know whether you're old or not.
100%. I would never mention if you fell or had a fall ever. Just know that I would just never mention it.
You wouldn't care?
No, I wouldn't make you feel old.
Right. No, but you'd overhear it, you'd do it. The thing I think in this is not the call to Priyanka, who's going to call Priyanka, it's who do I trust with my phone?
Oh.
If you gave me your phone...
You're going on Instagram Live, right?
Not even Instagram. I'd call Priyanka, and after I go, well, it's unlocked, let's have some fun.
As Nick's being ushered away.
While we're here...
I would be texting everyone in your phone, like, endless stuff. Like, me and you, Friday, let's do it.
I'm outside the gates. They won't let me in.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Now, you all just performed this past weekend at the Billboard Music Awards, which was your first time playing together in, I think, a year and a half. Kevin, how did it feel? Were you nervous to put new music out there?
Yeah, it's weird because it's amazing to play in front of people again, but you also don't know if they're really actually engaged because of the mask on, which is funny to see. Because, like, yes, you can see their eyes are fully there and they're excited, but it's like, do you know the words to this new song or not?
Yeah.
You know? So,
I know what you mean.
Are you really listening is what I was really getting at.
I'm a fan of talking to a masked audience because you can't see when someone stifles a yawn. Now, we were talking in the break about golf, and I know that you all enjoy a good game of golf, and you played a lot during downtime, but who's the most competitive golfer out of the...
I'm happy you said most competitive, not who's the best, because competitive, it's me and Nick, and specifically me.
And I'm the best. Now, these two are very competitive when it comes to golf.
I'm not competitive, actually. You're mistaken. I am a seeker of truth. That's how I put it.
Seeker of truth.
There's a lot of lying on the golf course.
Seeker of truth and winning our money.
Really?
Well,
hang on, who's...
So I used to, straight up, I'll be honest, I used to completely lie on the golf course. Oh, foot wedge here, you know, the ball was definitely over there.
Used to.
Right.
Yeah.
See, this is the issue. See that?
Yeah.
That drives me absolutely crazy. Because I've really put, like, the effort in to be, like, a better golfer. I even put, like, a golf simulator in the house, in my garage for a time, because I wanted to play through the winter in New Jersey.
His wife loved that.
Yeah.
She kicked me into the garage. I wanted to put it in our master bedroom, but she wouldn't let us do it. It's amazing. I love golf. You have a local, you know, spot in Jersey that we play all the time, but it's competitive against brothers. It just is. Or at least it is for me.
I heard you once punched the ground.
I did. I got so upset. I punched the ground. I got so infuriated because I put all of this hard work, and this is why golf
Punched
is
the
golf,
ground
right?
At a golf course?
Yeah.
So hang on, you were stood up and you physically went down and punched the ground.
So angry.
You should see the other guy.
Yeah. I had to, like, after that moment, I realized, like, Dr. Phil gave a really good friend of ours, it's his son, Jordan McGraw, a piece of advice. You're not good enough to be this mad.
That is very good
And
advice.
honestly, it is truly the best advice you can give to any golfer.
Yeah.
You're not good enough to be this mad. And it goes to a lot of things, I think.
I think that now about everything.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Like talk show. No.
No, it's... I do think that is phenomenal advice
It is.
for life.
Yeah, it is.
It
I'm
sounds
not
better.
good enough in bed to be upset with my performance.
No.
You know? Do you know what I mean? You know when you go in the bathroom like, I can do better than that. you gotta look in the mirror and go, can you?
Yeah.
Can you?
Can you?
You're getting older, you know?
Yeah. Now, Joe, during lockdown, you and Sophie became obsessed with something that I didn't even really know that it happened anymore. You got obsessed with, but I've always loved them, prank phone calls.
Oh, yes. There's quite a few things. I was like, what did we become obsessed with? But prank phone calling, yes.
So what would you do?
It's so in still. My go-to for anything that the youth are doing is TikTok, and I found that they're, like, discovering prank phone calling, which I was a pro at. So what I loved is that they would go on Google Translate and have a robot say something along the lines of, hello, this is the Los Angeles Police Department calling for James Corden. Would you like to answer? Say yes. Of course,
Yes.
hopefully somebody would say yes. And then you pretend like, you know, you got locked up for some something, you did something stupid. But it really backfired a handful of times when a few friends of ours didn't pick up right away and we forgot, and so they just got the voicemail. So they're calling our one friend. We have a friend who's an actor, and we called his mom. She called his publicist. This publicist had feelers out to all these, like, articles being like, just so you know, there's some information about to come out about my client, but if you can come to us first, he might be in the Los Angeles Police Department. We're like, oh no. So we don't do it as much as we used to, and Kevin picked up his prank phone call, which was great. Nick just didn't answer, so if I've ever locked up, I know I'm calling Kevin.
You give me the phone, I pick up the phone.
We're all calling Kevin.
didn't even answer.
Call Kevin. In the police station, call Kevin.
With
And I
the
think that's
voicemail and
takeaway.
everything, Nick still didn't answer, but it's all right.
But you say that you're unprankable.
Unprankable. I know right away. I see it all over his face, and I see it on the phone. I mean, look at him.
Are you... Are you only unprankable by your brothers, or do you think
Have you
there's ever a
ever been
world...
pranked? Like, ever?
I don't know if I've ever actually truly been pranked, but
I see this as a challenge, guys. I don't know about you. We've nothing planned now, because we're not big prankers. But the last person to tell me that they were unprankable was David Beckham, and that's the face of the statue that we tricked him with right up there. And I can already feel us playing this clip again in 6 months' time after we've pranked Nick.
Bad idea to say that, I think.
It's a really bad idea, and I'm excited for it. We're going to talk about it in the break. Stick around, the Jonas Brothers are here when we come back.